Oh my god.
Are those old enough to be considered like retro now and are worth money?
Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today, and for this video we are going to be doing a come book shopping with me vlog. Alright, before you get into anything bookish, make sure to hit like and subscribe down below, as well as tell me in the comments what was the last book that you bought. So I realized I never actually filmed an intro or an outro for this video. I just had all of the shopping footage, but my best friend Kat actually came into town for a little bit, and I essentially used her as an excuse to finally sell all of the books I had been planning to unhaul and go to the flagship Half Price Books, and then the both of us could spend many hours searching through everything, finding some new books. Yeah, I've been really good about sticking to my book buying bingo boards where I don't buy a book until I've read 5 books off of my own TBR, but I also had been putting off selling the collection of books that were down here that you can't see anymore. But I'm finally gonna get rid of those. And I feel like that means I should reward myself. Plus, Kat's here, and I mean, she's the guest. Like, we need to do something she loves. And going to the biggest Half Price Books in the country, I know she will enjoy. So on that note, let's go ahead and roll the footage. Hello again. So thankfully I was better than I thought I would be, honestly. If I was really good, I would have only bought 1 book because I did technically have a bingo for that 1 book. But no, instead I did get 2. This one, honestly, I've never heard of this, but the title caught my attention, and so I looked at it. Then I read the back, and it sounds like this is gonna be really fun. Sort of in a similar vein of Legends and Lattes, where it's a fantastical world, but the topics are like really normal, chill, regular, everyday life sort of thing. So this is An Orc on the Wild Side by Tom Holt. And in this, we are following the King Goblin, who is tired of fighting. He doesn't want to be at war with the dwarfs anymore. He decides to try and redefine his role as king, as the leader of this group, but it's going against the entirety of the goblin's way of life. So it's a little more difficult than he's expecting. The main part that really made me laugh on this was, why should they, when his new healthcare program seems designed to actually extend life expectancy, and his efforts to end a perfectly reasonable war with the dwarves appear to have become an obsession. This sounds so silly and so fun. Plus, it will fulfill a prompt for my fantasy bingo board. I had an idea of a book that I wanted to try out, but this sounds a lot more fun, honestly, and I've never heard anybody talk about this, meaning I don't really have any expectations going in. Then on the other side, this one I had to pick up particularly after helping host Galactic-a-thon, because I'd always been intrigued by this book. It was already on my digital TBR, but when I saw it at half price, I realized it was a sign and I just needed to buy it. Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. This has been sold to me as like the Titanic as an abandoned spaceship. We are following a crew who is investigating this abandoned spaceship. I have heard a lot of positive things on this. It's technically a sci-fi horror book, which is why, like I said, we were talking about it during Galactic-a-thon. There was a Star Wars book I had read a few months ago that I thought was going to have a similar synopsis, but you know, set in the Star Wars world. And unfortunately it didn't. That did kind of let me down. The creepy aspect wasn't nearly as creepy as I was wanting. So that also just sort of reinvigorated my interest in this book. Saw it and it just seemed like a perfect opportunity. Finally picked it up. Kat really had to twist my arm on that one. But also I've been really needing to prioritize more sci-fi as well as horror, and I can do two birds with one stone. So in the end, honestly, not terrible. And I got rid of at least 20 books off of my shelves, which is fantastic. I had already technically unhauled them in videos, but I hadn't officially gotten them to a half price books. And now they are there and not my problem anymore. So on that note, thank you so much for going to my channel today, y'all. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me a hand emoji in the comments. I have all my socials as well as a few ways you can support me linked in the description. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!